good morning, everyone. How is everyone doing this morning? Fantastic. Good to see everybody. We got a little something different set up here, left over from our festival yesterday, but we just invite you to find someplace comfortable here, and we're going to go ahead and get started. We are glad that you're with us this morning. If you're visiting us for the first time, we're thrilled that you've come to visit with us this morning. If you're joining us online, we want to say welcome to you as well. If you would put a little comment in there, and we'll know that you are with us this morning. So, the heavens declare the glory of the Lord. The skies proclaim the works of his hand. How beautiful are you, Lord, above the earth. How beautiful is your creation. Words are going to be on the screen. I'd like you to sing with us. Here we go. Wonderful, so wonderful is your amazing love. Your grace is spoken mercy over me. No eye has seen, no ear has heard, no heart could fully know. How glorious, how beautiful you are. A beautiful one I love, a beautiful one I adore, a beautiful one my soul must sing.
Powerful, so powerful, your glory fills the skies. Your mighty works displayed for all to see. The beauty of your majesty awakes my heart to see.
How marvelous,
How wonderful you are.
a beautiful one I love, a beautiful one I adore, a beautiful one my soul must sing. You opened my eyes to these wonders anew. You've captured my heart with this love, and nothing on earth is as beautiful as you. Do that again. You opened my eyes to these wonders anew. You've captured my heart with this love, and nothing on earth is as beautiful as you. A beautiful one I love, a beautiful one I adore, a beautiful one my soul must sing. My soul must sing. My soul must sing. My soul must sing. Beautiful one. Do that again. My soul must sing. My soul must sing. My soul must sing. A beautiful one. A beautiful one I love. A beautiful one I adore. A beautiful one my soul must sing.
All right. Ooh, feels a little tight in here. Just a little bit. There we go. I need a little space, some spaciousness. Good morning, everyone. Glad that you are here with us. Welcome to all those who are joining us live. We're going to do a little experimenting with our live watchers, so tune in there as you guys are doing a little discussion a little later today. I'm going to see if I can't discuss with them online. We're going to try it. I'm going to give it my very best shot. But we are celebrating this morning a successful body, mind, spirit event here. I'll tell you what. I looked at Lori and Mary, and it's like, we're still standing because it was a long week and certainly a long day. But we're estimating right now that we've raised right at about $5,000. That's going to help us reduce our loan payment. That's where it's going to go find its home. And we had, by my count, close to 300 people grace our doors yesterday, between the people from the outside that were coming in, volunteers, and the exhibitors here. It was a full, thrumming, energetic space. I don't know if you can still feel it, but it was happening in here. And I think even greater, it raised so much awareness about who we are and that we're here. I can't tell you how many people said, I had no idea that this existed. And you know, many of them said, I'm going to come try you out, and we'll welcome any of them that do. But it was a beautiful event to just raise a new awareness in a lot of folks that there was some places that they could come and be fed body, mind, and spirit. And, well, I have two more things to say about this. First, I'm going to say Kristen Pope has gotten the Junior Saint Award. I think she might be teaching today. Oh, is she? Oh, okay. Oh, there she is. For her plunging abilities and going above and beyond volunteer duties yesterday. And Mary is going to be Saint Mary this whole month. This is Saint Mary month, because not only did she have to plunge, she had to, it was very bad. And she powered through it and made it happen so that nobody else had to go and encounter that. That's all I'm going to say about that. But I honor and will grovel at St. Mary's feet all month long. We'll see what you have to do to continue your sainthood. And finally, I just wanted to share, I got some beautiful treasures yesterday too. For those of you who weren't able to be here, just know for next year, this is the most beautiful Buddha. I don't know if you can get it. And it is just, I don't know how else to, this is happy. I have the praying Buddha, I have the praying Jesus, and I have a happy Jesus, but I didn't have a happy Buddha. So he is now going to grace my office. And, you know, we were talking about affirmative prayer right now. So we had a paint here, and she paints just as Spirit inspires her. She asks, what is it that you want to have more of in your life? What are you praying for? And we're talking about affirmative prayer. So I said initially balance, which puzzled her, and we talked a little longer, and maybe flow. Just that balance between being and doing. And this was her beautiful rendition that will remind me, this is my prayer in art for balance and flow. So prayers come in all forms, and this one I will definitely treasure. So if you didn't get a chance to join us, be here next year. And now we're going to sing again.
Sing this one with us.
I love you, Lord. Oh, your mercy never fails me. All my days I've been held in your hands. From the moment that I wake up until I lay my head, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. All my life you have been faithful. All my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. I love your voice. You have led me through the fire, darkest night. You are close like no other. I've known you as a father. I've known you as a friend. Oh, I have lived in the goodness of God. All my life you have been
Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. With my life laid down, I surrender now. I'll give you everything. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. Sing that again. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. With my life laid down, I surrender now. I'll give you everything. Your goodness is running after, it keeps running after me. All my life you have been faithful. All my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I'm gonna sing of the goodness of God. Oh, I'm gonna sing of the goodness of God.
And good morning again. I'm Norma, and this is Phyllis, and we are two of your care team, and we'll be available for prayer in the prayer room after the service, whether you have concerns or want to pray a prayer of gratitude. And the word today is joy, one of my favorite words. I feel joyous as I celebrate life.
Each new day is a treasure filled with life's gems found in even the most ordinary moments. Excuse me. Joy fills my heart when I pause to notice the wonder that surrounds me. I let my gaze linger as I watch the setting sun or close my eyes as I savor the sweetness of fresh fruit. Beneath the night sky, I breathe deeply and partake the fresh, clean air. I wake and praise each new day and feel newly alive. I go out into the world to share the joy of being a child of God in the abundant universe. I spread light and love to everyone I meet, trusting they will know the joy of God as I do.
And the scripture is from Psalms 92. For you, O Lord, have made me glad by your work. At the works of your hand, I sing for joy.
And Norma is going to lead us in our healing prayer for all of those requests that we hold in our ministry and those we hold in our hearts and in our minds.
And as we come into this time of healing prayer, I would ask you to be still, to take in a deep breath, maybe two. Settle your attention on your heart space. Beloved Holy Spirit, as we take this moment to acknowledge your presence here with us in this holy place, that Spirit is also within us and it connects us to each other. And as we hold in our hearts and minds the names of a person, a place, a relationship, or a condition that we feel is in the need of healing. Beloved God, we lift all of these into your holy, holy presence. We know that you are there in each and every situation. And we know that in our hearts we as we wish for the highest and best for each. We know that divine order is taking place even as we speak. And so, God, for these blessings, the blessing of divine order and the blessing of joy, we simply say thank you, God, and amen.
Beautiful. So this morning we're continuing to explore the transformative power of affirmative prayer. We're looking at it as it was taught by our co-founders, Charles and Myrtle Fillmore, something that they developed along with other New Thought teachers of the time about 130 years ago. And we've been using our book, Discover Your Divinity, as sort of our guide through this process. So we've already established that affirmative prayer is quite different from the traditional way that many people were taught to pray, that was typically directed to God out there somewhere in hopes that some being, some force would come and intervene on our behalf. We try to make our prayers as compelling as they could be in order to elicit that favor to show up in our lives. The authors Linda Martellett-Whitsett and Deanne Morrissey state that affirmative prayer relies on statements of truth with a capital T, the truth that is unchanging. We sometimes call these affirmations, and they're there to anchor our awareness and shift us from that often feeling of being powerless to one of empowerment. They're there to remind us who we are as divine beings as we're having this human experience. Affirmations, for those of you who have been around a while, sometimes get preceded by what they call negations, or what Charles and Myrtle Fillmore called denials. Affirmations, and well, usually it's denials and affirmations, because you want to release some part, some belief, some state of being in order then to welcome in something else. Because if space gets created, you want to put in place into that space something that's going to serve you as you move forward. So they help us to sort of reject the power of whatever we're experiencing right now, whether that's fear, or whether that's pain, or whether that's difficulties in our lives in any way or in the world, and then support us in releasing those beliefs that sort of brought us to that state in the first place. One way you can think about it is that affirmations speak to our spiritual capacities, and negations speak to our human characteristics that sometimes block us from knowing the true nature of our divinity. Affirmations have become pretty popular here, especially in the last couple of decades, as positive thinking and what people would call affirmations. And usually, those positive statements that we're saying are ones that we're saying to our human nature. I am healthy, wealthy, and wise is about how we're experiencing ourselves in this human realm. The employer I'm seeking is seeking me. I'm free from pain. Today is an opportunity to grow and learn. And as motivating and wonderful as those statements may be, they differ from affirmations, at least as defined by Unity and New Thought, and what we seek to try and use in our affirmative prayers. Saying any form of encouraging statements to yourself or to others is a good thing. Don't get me wrong. Anytime we can speak positively, we are adding that positivity to the world. So we want to not dismiss these, but we also want to focus on, in our own spiritual practices, those things that would really enliven that sense of awareness and ownership within ourselves. And they're different from the statements that sometimes we use in our own prayers. And again, any prayers are good prayers. But there's a really transformative power if we can focus. It's almost like a laser to really get at what it is that we're trying to transform, that we're trying to heal, that we are trying to have a different way of navigating life, a different state of being in which we can engage with all that's happening. And these are statements that are true, and they differ because they're true eternally. They're not transitory. They are statements about what is true for us as spiritual beings, whether we're in this body and in this human experience, or whether we've moved beyond it. They're not anchored in the nature of our changing, ever-changing human experience. So affirmative statements might sound something like this. And a lot of times they start with I am, and that's the capital I am. That is our divine nature when we say I am. When they asked God, who are you? He said, I am that I am. And if we are that creative reflection of energy of God, then we are that we are. I am that I am. So they might sound like I am divinely whole and complete. This is true. We might, in our human experience, be experiencing illness, but the non-changing eternal truth is I am whole and I am complete as a spiritual being. I now demonstrate, or I am and I now demonstrate divine abundance, because that is our spiritual nature. I am the discerning power of wisdom, listening for my next steps. We tap into that inner wisdom that is always with us, whether we're aware of it or whether we choose to follow it. I am the power of self-mastery, because we have that capacity as spiritual beings, demonstrating that spiritual intelligence. So affirmations of truth we speak, we hold to change our consciousness, to change our way of seeing and feeling and believing about ourselves, rather than being focused on changing whatever's going on out there. When we change our consciousness, our awareness, it almost always reflects as a change. Even if nothing changes, we change as we show up in the midst of it. So affirmations, they increase our ability to anchor these truths into our reality. It's not an easy thing to do when this seems to be total chaos, when it seems to be one pain and challenge bodily after another. It's hard to say that in truth, but the more we work with them, it begins to become our identity of who we are. Affirmations change our biochemistry. They actually literally change the biochemistry of our bodies. Affirmations are what can bring us to greater spiritual realization. So Charles Fillmore wrote this. He said, affirming a statement will not make it so because you affirm it. This confuses people. If we just could say it once, it'd be lovely when we were saying the things we wanted to, but what if we could just have to say it once, and that's what we manifested every time? Think about how many statements you say that you'd never really want to be a part of your life experience, or you certainly don't want to keep them coming by any stretch of the imagination. He says that if the statement is true to principle, that unchanging truth, then affirming it will help make it true for you, both personally and knowing how true it is universally. We get to see it as a truth more universally when we can begin to own it ourselves. When we look at this idea of denials, they've changed this word to negation. You know, words and their meanings change over time, and that was a popular word that they used in the early 19th century. But today it kind of means when we deny it, it's as if it isn't true. You know, as if it isn't a fact. And negation just says, it's there, but I am going to choose not to give power to it. And that's really the key of it. It's not denying that something's going on. We don't stick our heads in the sand and go, it's all good, it's all good, it's all good, and hope if when we bring our heads up that somehow magically it's all good. We use this negation process to help sort of break up within us those grips that some of our human beliefs have had on us so that we can be more open. Sometimes in our personal experiences, we're so enmeshed in it that it's really hard to see that there's a greater truth out there. This is what's in our face, and we can't not see beyond it. That's sometimes when it's helpful to have others holding these same affirmations of truth for you that we do within our prayer ministry. We're holding that space until people can step into it. So it is our power to refuse or reject that as our eternal experience or truth of life. It's a conscious choice to remove the power that it has over our thoughts, our feelings, our beliefs, our words, our actions. So just as affirmations are not working as wishing or hoping something will happen, negations similarly are not wishing or hoping something would go away. It's not just please make this go away, but it is about not giving it our power, redirecting our power, and we have that choice. So the way we might use them in our everyday life is this illness has no power over me. It's there. We're not saying that it's not there. We're saying it doesn't have the power over me, for I am innately whole and vibrating with divine life. Whether I'm vibrating with human health over here may not be true, but what is true always, eternally, that we are the very energy and essence of divine life. It's there. Or I give no power to fear, for I am love, and I like to put in action. I release my belief in scarcity, for I am divine abundance, the power of plenty and multiplication. As Charles stated a little earlier, it's not simply about speaking the statement. And this is something that I think our founders innately knew, but they didn't know how to put words to it. It's not about what's happening out here. I remember my first prosperity class, we were supposed to say, I am prosperous, and we were supposed to do it 100 times in the morning and 100 times in the evening. I am prosperous, I am prosperous. You know, it's a weird word in your mouth, I would know. It's like and so I would do it, but just saying it over and over again really didn't shift anything in me. It wasn't until I could get a sense of what that would feel like. What does it feel like when I am prosperous? And get that energy moving within me. Sometimes I am prosperous. I'm visualizing what that is. I'm trying to evoke that feeling. I'm trying to evoke that truth and put it into my belief system in a more powerful way. It creates sort of this energetic field. And it's that energetic field then that begins to draw things to us that support that. I don't know if you believe that or not, and you know, it's take what works for you and leave the rest is what I always like to tell people. I'm speaking as I understand it today. You may see it a little differently. But it's actually, everything is energy, and that like energy gets attracted. So what we're broadcasting is likely what we're going to attract to us. And it's not just attract to us, it's what we're going to pay attention to. If we think that everyone in this world, you know, is a horrible driver, and we will be looking and finding and identifying. Now, there may be 90 cars that go past us in the route of our travel, but those 12 that were the horrible drivers, that's going to, yes, everybody out there is just a horrible driver. So when we're doing affirmative prayer, what we're really seeking to do is, what statement of being? How am I going to feel? What is that going to give me in my life? We're praying for it. We're desiring it. What is that going to be like? What am I hoping that I'm going to embody and experience differently when this prayer becomes my reality? So let's say you're looking for a life partner, you know, and so you're praying that the right and perfect person, maybe you've visualized, maybe you've got some stuff that partner's going to bring with them when they show up. And what you really want to do to be able to give energetic teeth to your prayer is to go behind it and ask yourself, what am I really looking to experience? What, by having this wonderful partner in my life, what is my experience now going to be enhanced with? Maybe it's more love, maybe it's a sense of connection, maybe it's a sense of support. Whatever it might be, we want it because we think it's going to give us a certain kind of felt experience of life. And that's what you want to speak to then. Connection, joy, love. When we put that out there, then, and we hold that, energetically now, we become a greater match for it. If you do a prayer in the morning and you say, you know, this is what I'm praying for, but all day long, you are being everything but that, it's going to be difficult. It might be there, but you'll walk right by it because it didn't show up perhaps in the exact way you were thinking about it. So the affirmations are really here for us to resonate with, to expand, to bring into all of our experience in any way we can that felt sense, and to be clear about what it is we're looking for. What is it that we are really praying about? If it's health, then what is it that we expect to experience with a healthy body? Is it a greater sense of freedom to go and do what we want to do? Is it a sense of security that we're safe within this earth vehicle that we're navigating around with? Is it a sense of being able to engage in your passions and your joys that's the body is currently limiting? So focus on that, energize that, and then you'll begin to experience how transformative it can be. The other thing I encourage people to do is to go and engage in activities that also invokes that kind of feeling within you. If you're looking for greater love, go do some things that you love, whether that's traveling or taking a creative class or volunteering someplace that you're really passionate about. Whatever is adding to that sense of experiencing and being that will support and magnify and speed up the process for what we're praying around. So today, in our configuration here, we're going to do a little something different. I'm going to lead us through a meditation here in just a moment, and we're going to be looking at really trying to hone in on what is it that whatever we love more of in our life, what is it that we are wanting? What's the quality of being that we're wanting to bring in about that? And use these few moments to get that flowing within us. And then we're going to take a moment. So, what state of being? And then I'm going to ask you to think about, both in your meditation time and as you're having your little bit of discussions, that's what we're going to do after, is what's one thing I could do that would bring that which I'm praying for into a greater experience or expression in my life. So I'm going to let that start ruminating here. Once we're done with the meditation, we're going to take about 5 minutes. And I'm going to tell you now, because when we meditate, then you may not be listening as clearly. So we're going to have a 5-minute, and it's just going to be a sharing at the table you're at. If you're kind of alone, you might want to go to another table so you can get the full experience of this. And all I want you to share is what's the quality of being that I'm praying for and this is for yourself. We're going to work on praying with others, but this is just for yourself. And what's one thing I could do that would bring me a greater sense of that experience, that feeling of it into my life. And then I'm going to try and engage, this is my experiment with those who are live with us online. I'm going to be kind of having a hopefully chat discussion with them while you're doing that. And then I would like you to have one person from your table be willing to stand up. You don't have to say, all I would like you to report back is these are the qualities or the feelings or the attributes that we're praying for at this table. Me as I just settle my attention, bring my awareness to this present moment. And I invite each of you to do the same by taking a deep breath in, because the breath can only be experienced in the present moment. By simply being aware and focusing on your breath, it brings you in to that experience of the present. And as you take another deep breath in and let it go, just take a moment to sort of do a quick survey of the body, of the thoughts that are running through the mind, of how your heart and your emotions are feeling in this moment. And just breathe into those. Just let them be present with you. And then imagine that thinking part of you, the brain that we locate up in our heads, slowly begins to sink down until it comes to gently rest in the center of your chest or the area of the heart. When our thinking and feeling natures become synchronized as one, when our heart is connected to the interweb of life, we have access to all of the wisdom that has ever been or will be. And in this inner chamber, bring to mind something that you wish to pray affirmatively into your life. Breathe into that as it rises up. Whether it's a healed relationship or body, whether it's something practical like a new car or job, or perhaps it's just wanting to grow in greater connection with your own divinity. Just bring it into this space. And in this place where imagination can create whatever it chooses to. Imagine that it's happening right now, that which you desire. And just notice the feelings that that generates. Notice the state of your body and your mind and your heart. Perhaps it's a sense of freedom or love or joy or compassion, or feeling a sense of being fearless in whatever is calling you into a new way of being or experiencing life. Just let that feeling, that quality, expand beyond just that place in your chest and to every part of your body, so that every atom, every cell is vibrating with this attribute. Take another deep breath in. And as you begin to bring your attention back to this time and to this space, bring back with you this wisdom and this commitment to come back to this place and to this feeling as often as possible. And whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. All right, we're going to take 5 minutes maximum. And I just encourage you, if you can, get to a space where you can share this with several other people. And you got to keep it short. So here's what I am looking to experience. Here's my desires. And here's one thing I can do to bring that into being. Guys, I want you to do your best to wrap it up. We're going to come back. All right, I know once you get them started, it's hard to get you back. You let them loose and they just will chat, chat, chat. All right, we're going to get started. While you guys are getting yourselves together, I want one spokesperson from each team. Let me share with you what I'm hearing online from our folks out there. So we had many people who were responding with us out loud, out on our live stream. We've got peaceful and calm, where they would be looking at nature outside. We've got welcoming growth and new understanding, connections, love, life partners, freedom. And let me look over at Facebook. I'm trying to go back and forth between the two. Prosperity, fun, joy. I'm looking here at all these little comments. There was one other one here I wanted to share. Freedom with a healthy partner. So, all right, I'm going to start right here. If you'll just, what you're seeking, and maybe one thing, just real quickly. Patience. Higher perspective. Judgment. Okay, learn more about the others first. I'm going to repeat for you, for those online. Oops. Okay. Orderly, organized. We're going to do this. Oh, that's one thing you could do. Okay. Use time wisely and watch less TV. If we'll just pass it from one to the next, that will make it, I won't have to say every word then.
So we got all is well and not to worry, being enthusiastic by walking the dog daily, self-care and not being so inundated by work and self-worth, being worthy of the abundance of the universe.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, that happened really fast. Okay. So overall, a couple of themes that we're seeing is focusing on home and our families, finding balance and harmony in that, our overall health and wellness, putting nutritious foods that support the whole triad of mind, body, spirit, and then just finding balance and harmony and joy and just finding things that really fill that up.
All right, great. Thank you.
Okay, so I've been nominated to speak for our table. And I think that we had a common thought about connections, finding purpose, and new pathways, that we all have some adjustments that we're working on and trying to find what is the right path and what feels good for us as far as moving forward. I retired recently, just to speak for myself, and so I'm working on what is the path that
Great.
I thought would be spectacular, but I'm finding it to be a little unnerving. So, there you go.
It can be. Thanks, Ken.
Okay, we didn't have a table, we had a bench. So, make this quick. We had a lot of people. Clarity and purpose manifested through time in meditation. Perspective manifested to be determined. Be of service to others manifested through scheduling and structure of time. Strengthen family relationships manifested through acceptance. Positivity about health manifested through positivity and throwing out positivity and have it reflected back on yourself. And then engage with people in positive ways, manifested by reaching out to people so that you can bring them into your fold and share the love that you have.
Okay, great, thank you.
My name's Paula Wilson. Okay, so we have, one of us wants to be, expand on their affirmative prayer by being more mindful when they do it. And then we have someone who's been living through a remodel, okay? And so she's wanting to get her zeal and enthusiasm back, and she's gonna do that by selecting activities that bring her joy. And then we have someone who wants to face life fearlessly. We didn't get to her step. We'll have to do that after. And then, oh gosh, I didn't think I was going to be saying this out in public, but here it goes. So this is something I'd rather talk in private with people. So been single many, many, many years. I'm okay, whatever. But I really do, I've been honest that I truly would like a like partner to experience my life with. Okay. Oh!
You don't own it until
Okay.
you put your power to it.
Yes,
so
ma'am.
you just put some good power to that.
Man, I'm telling you, this is big, you know. I might still have to live in my own house by myself. I guess, okay, I won't put any conditions on it. I'll stop, okay. All right, okay. Anyway, and so my effort, my activity for that is to visualize what that really would feel like. Okay, period. All right, and then I think that's everybody.
Okay, great, thank you.
Thank you. Boy, that was bold.
Howdy. All right, so our attributes, feeling creative, so we're just going to do art, not just do art, but do art. Mental sharpness, we want to exercise and be alcohol-free. Freedom, financial security, we want to continue to work and save and feel alive and adventurous, so we want to join clubs and find a traveling companion.
All right, excellent, thank you.
Well, we also had creativity, two of us, and let me get my notes. Hold on, I hope I can read them. Growing in ability, grow in creativity for self and members of the organization I'm president of. And the manifestation is stay positive about new ideas. And then I am whole and complete. And so I identify what is holding me back, one of us. And then another, I am creative, and I find workshops and creativity, blah, blah, blah. My notes aren't
Activities of
very
some
good.
sort. Okay.
And to order clay.
All right. Well, yeah, we'll go back that way then. Okay.
Okay, so we had career, wanted to look at potentially new careers and manifesting that through volunteering in the veins of that career. Love, manifesting through self-love and to find love, to have self-love, to find love. Giving opportunities and prosperity, so to manifesting that through more self-confidence and looking for those opportunities, and then again practical creativity and manifesting that through just doing it.
Okay, thank you.
We talked about being better at what we do and better at what we needed to do and being more mindful about how it impacts others.
All right, great, thank you so much.
Well, I think we get an A on part one and a maybe not on part two. So I'll share with you what our attributes were, what we wanted to bring into our life, and then I think our takeaway will be figuring out how we're going to manifest it. So we had one person who wanted to have a stronger relationship with her children. And since they're not present, I think that'll be figuring out how to connect with them. Another person who wanted to have better health and solving an eye issue. A person who wanted better spiritual connection. And fearlessness was one, and that'll be doing new things. And then the last one was how to really figure out how to help people in their life that are suffering.
Great. Thank you so much.
We had someone that wanted to focus on calmness, specifically around their family members. One is healing inner child. Another one is contemplation and giving herself permission to connect. Another was expressing creativity. And then lastly was focusing on inner peace.
Wonderful. Did you guys chat in the back there? There we go. Our bench sitters at the back.
Yeah, pew number 2
They're
over here.
resisting the table format.
So we talked about developing meaningful habits, and the action for that would be incremental regular steps, schedule a specific time for action. We also talked about peace, purpose, and prosperity. And for that, we talked about the action being continue cultivating positive perspective, network, and continue helping others. And then we also talked about holistic health. And so our action was positive affirmations and maintaining a healthy perspective. And for the last one, clarity and freedom. And for that one, seeking guidance from others and continuing to have an open mind and listening to your heart.
Wonderful. Thank you. You can just keep it back there for right now, Ben. We'll grab it here in a minute. All right, I know we kind of went a little over today, but we don't get to do this very often where you guys get to be a part of the discussion and listen to and hear about some wonderful ideas. And just to sort of wrap this time up, if you can change your mind. So affirmative prayer is really not about focusing on trying to change the outer circumstances. It's about changing our state of being and knowing that when that changes, it all changes. And to get to that place, this is my vote, that whatever's happening out there, we are able to navigate life with a peaceful, easy feeling.
We're not doing that song, I just want you to know. And I got a peaceful, easy feeling. And I know you won't let me down. 'Cause I'm already standing on the ground. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a soul like me. I once was my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear the hour I first believed. 'Cause I got a peaceful, easy feeling, and I know you won't let me down, because I'm already standing on the ground. Here we go, Daniel. All right, going back. When we've been there 10,000 years, bright shining as the sun, we've no less days to sing God's praise than when we first begun. Everybody sing together. Here we go. I got a peaceful, easy feeling. I know you won't let me down, 'cause I'm already standing. Yes, I'm already standing. Yes, I'm already standing on solid ground.
That's a beautiful exclamation point on this message today. What is our opportunity to share of our financial good with this ministry, this community? In just a moment, we're going to invite you up, I guess, table by table today, and invite you to share your gift today, or if this is not your Sunday to share, just put your hand over the basket and add your energy to it. We don't have any cards out here today, so you know those who give electronically, just affirm that into the flow of abundance in and through this ministry, and then receive an affirmation to take and bless you this week. Oh, and we got to do our affirmation first. I meant to do that first. Here we go. We're gonna do back-to-back affirmations this morning because we're powerful. Join with me as we speak this into existence for our community. Together, Center of Unity is abundantly blessed. Creative people are drawn to us. Divine ideas flow through us. Financial resources bless us. And we accomplish mighty works together. All right, and let's do one more. Let's take what we are offering today, or the energy of it, holding it in our hands and feeling it in our heart and blessing it together. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, Father, Mother God.
I was just too quick. First of all, I need to apologize. I lied to you earlier today. Phyllis and I will not be in the prayer room. It's full of pews. So a good place might be in the meditation room, you know, on that hall by the office. So we will be there to pray with you for concerns or gratitude. And now on with the business. If you're watching us for the first time, we're glad you've chosen to join us. We invite you to visit our website and fill out the Connect card. And if you're watching locally, we invite you to visit in person. If you're watching us in person for the first time, please complete a visitor card, which is not found on the pew card. I think there are some at the desk, the reception desk. Anyway, we'd like you to fill out a card and return it to us in some way before you leave today. So for appreciation today, we planned, and then we planned some more, and now our first Body, Mind, and Spirit Fest is behind us until next year. Our turnout was great. We learned what does and does not work, and we are ever grateful to our volunteers, without whom we couldn't pull this off. From those who broke down the sanctuary last Sunday, to those who brought tables and books for the book sale, to those who were here yesterday helping us run the show, and especially to those who will stay after service today to reset the sanctuary. Our volunteers were generous with their time and energy and dedicated to making this event the success that it was. So to all those who played a role in getting the Body, Mind, Spirit Fest off the ground, we love you. We bless you. We truly appreciate you. And we hold the Christ in you. Namaste.
Here's what's coming up at Center of Unity.
Today is our first Sunday lunch, so come to Fellowship Hall after service to enjoy our Cinco de Mayo potluck and this time of fellowship together. Join Mark and Don Morris in the prayer room for centering prayer, where we will do 2 20-minute sits, then share a time of meditative scripture reading. Please visit contemplativeoutreach.org for more info. Center of Unity will be volunteering for a community project called the Awareness Project every second Saturday of the month from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Come and go as your schedule allows. There's always something to do, from sorting clothes to working the food pantry. Come play pickleball with Corked on Sunday, May 19th from 1 to 2 p.m. We must have at least 4 players by May 15th. We'll split the cost of the course by the players. RSVP to Barbara Looters by May 14th. We're collecting items to make summer care kits for the homeless in Fort Worth and in Denton again this year. Items needed are hats, sunscreen, chapstick, reusable water bottles, and cooling towels. Donations can be brought to the office through May 31st, or you can make a donation of $20 to cover the cost of one kit. See Norma Crawford for more info.
Hello, everyone. We're back, and we're coming back to your center to offer the message, the music, the meditation, and mirth.
Yes.
The 4 M's.
4 M's.
And we'll be doing a couple of our other programs while we're here. It's been a few years since we were with you, and we got a
Yes.
whole new lesson.
So excited to be back.
Sharing new songs and new
Yes.
stories, and just having a great time with you again.
Yes.
So see you soon.
All right. Bye. Many blessings.
Blessings.
Bye.
There are multiple ways you can make a donation to Center of Unity. You can drop your donation off at the church, mail it to our P.O. Box, visit our website, or use the COU or Venmo app. Your continued support is greatly appreciated.
All right, so thank everybody for joining us this week, and we're just going to go ahead and get our kids running down the aisle. Let's do it, Bob. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Well, let me tell you, trying to keep a lid on this energy, especially when it's rainy into the school year, they got a lot of excess energy. So let's see here. We have Nora. Were you going to share? Okay, so we have someone who wants to share about the lesson today.
Today we made a tower of respect.
Today we learned about how prejudice is pointless because we all have God's divinity in us.
Today we discussed prejudice.
Anyone else? Okay, there you go. So, thank you. Yes, there was.
All right.
Yeah, and candy and juice and.
All right, let's go ahead and stand up together. Let's join hands and do our peace song.
So take the joy of this moment and bring it out into the world as we go, knowing our prayer for protection together. And we're going to do call and repeat. Yes, that thing. All right, here we go. Ready? And now the light of God surrounds us.
I am.
The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Together, wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Woohoo!